I'm rewatching Semi-Homemade with Sandra Lee, and I'm on season 1, episode 2, which kicks off with the following anecdote.
Love decorating my tabletops with fresh fruit.
Hey, but do you love to cook with fresh fruit? Because I never see you do it. Okay, so first up, she shows us how to make a crab bisque with this key ingredient. Canned crab bisque.
I have found the best way to make it at home starts with a condensed crab bisque from the grocery store that you embellish yourself. So this bisque starts with our condensed Krabby Bisque, pre-made.
The final product is supposedly a fancy restaurant dupe.
Now, does that not look like it came from a fancy dancy restaurant? It does.
Ain't gonna taste like it does, though. She then makes a candied walnut butter salad with candied walnuts that she makes herself, and they look normal, but the way she handles the walnuts immediately after they come out of the oven, like she's touching them. Girl, are you not burning yourself? Look, she's gonna get her hands all over them like they just came out of the oven. Her salad is finished off with some canned tangerines, which is wild because remember when at the beginning of the episode she said this?
Love decorating my tabletops with fresh fruit.
Crazy. She also shows off her vocal range.
When the potato comes on the commercial and says, "No, don't
what
sour
potato?
Sour cream," I'm like, drown it. I love butter, I love sour cream, I love all that.
I didn't know Aunt Sandy could do voices. She then makes rosemary mashed potatoes and steak pinwheels with plenty of cross-contamination from handling raw meat and then touching salt and pepper without washing her hands, instead wiping them on a towel. Using authentic semi-homemade techniques, Sandra Lee makes her mashed potatoes with this key ingredient.
Pre-made mashed potatoes.
She then shares the following story, which you have to hear.
I love a movie called Always with Richard Dreyfuss, and Holly Hunter is making Brad this wonderful, wonderful dinner, but she can't cook. So what she does is she goes to the grocery store and she buys everything from the deli section. A roast chicken, mashed potatoes. She takes it all out of the packaging, puts the packaging in the trash can, takes that outside, right? And then takes these mashed potatoes, sticks them in a big bowl, takes out her whipper and some butter, sticks it in there and just goes to town. Mashed potatoes all over the kitchen. She gets out the flour, she takes the flour, she puts it all over her face. She answers the door. It looks like she's been cooking for hours, totally cheated. And you know what? They had a fabulous night. He fell in love with her. Of course he did. And you know what? That's the best story I can tell you about mashed potatoes.
Was that the question? Hey, who's got a story about mashed potatoes? She makes the steak pinwheels by stuffing them with stovetop. She continues to contaminate everything in her kitchen by touching raw meat and then touching objects. She also says to do this.
You can take these corners, just like you do with the turkey. You know how you stuff it between the legs so that it comes out and it's nice and full? You could do that to the end of this steak as well. So it just looks like it's overflowing with wonderful stuffing.
But why did you leave all the overflowed stuffing on the pan? She serves the steak and mashed potatoes with a tree branch as garnish. For dessert, she makes a lemon chiffon pie. For the grand finale, she comes stumbling into the kitchen, probably from having too much at cocktail time. Which is weird because she didn't make a cocktail in this episode. She shows us how to make party favors with store-bought chocolates by wrapping them in tulle. This episode, like all the others, concludes with a tablescape, and this one I'm just going to show you in the next segment, this tablescape, because it deserves its own video. It's wild, trust me. I want you all to brace yourselves for this Aunt Sandy tablescape.
Now, doesn't this dinner party look spectacular? I love the ostrich feathers in the middle. Got these at the craft store.
What did she kill a Vegas showgirl so she could use her headpiece as a centerpiece?
A fish in here floating around with my faux pearls. This is a fantastic dramatic look.
What in the animal cruelty? Double homicide. Between this and the ostrich feathers, this warrants a call to PETA. Why you got pearls in the bowls with the betta fish? And a beaded curtain hanging from the chandelier?
Let's talk about the food.
Let's not. We already talked about the food in the previous video. Just follow the comment back to it.
Butter salad, as well as our sun-dried tomato stuffing and our pinwheel
stovetop
steak.
stuffing.
I just want to remind you to keep it easy, keep it simple.
How is it easy or simple to get a table piece from PetSmart?